For my graduation, my parents gifted me a disownment letter. From all of us, my mom announced at the restaurant. My sister recorded my reaction for their entertainment. I thanked them, took the papers, and walked out. They had no idea what I'd already done. They picked the restaurant, one of those overpriced places where the waiters whisper and the napkins feel like shirts. Crystal lights, real flowers. It looked like a wedding. My mom, Claudia, booked it 3 months in advance to celebrate my graduation. Top of my class, Stanford Law. None of them came to the ceremony. Claudia had a charity lunch. My dad had golf. My sister Miranda was busy getting her nails done. I showed up alone. They were already seated. My dad in a boardroom suit. Miranda glued to her phone. Her husband Quentin nodded at me, awkward as always. There she is, Claudia said, fake smile in full effect. Our little graduate. Dinner was full of rich people nonsense. Claudia bragged about her Hamptons trip. Miranda whined about her pool tiles. My dad ordered wine like he owned the place. I just sat there, barely touched my food. I knew something was coming. I just didn't know what. Dessert hit the table. Tiramisu. Miranda lifted her phone and hit record. Claudia pulled out a manila envelope, placed it in front of me. We've been talking, she said. You're a lawyer now. It's time to stand on your own. We had the paperwork drawn up. My dad said, this severs all ties, financial and legal. You're out of the will, Claudia added. Out of the trusts. Everything. It's for your own good. Miranda smirked, phone still rolling. I opened it. Real documents, notarized, signed, detailed, brutal. They were cutting me off completely, erasing me like a bad stock. I took my time reading it. No tears, no reaction. That's what they wanted. A meltdown. Something they could rewatch and laugh about later. I folded the papers, slipped them back in the envelope. Then I smiled. Thank you. Claudia blinked. What? Thanks. This is the best gift you've ever given me. I stood up, grabbed my purse. I know those lawyer fees weren't cheap. Hope it was worth it. My dad's jaw locked. You're not going to cause a scene? Scene? You just gave me exactly what I wanted. Freedom. Miranda slowly lowered her phone, confused. I walked out. Didn't say bye. Didn't look back. They thought they were cutting me off, but I cut them off 3 years ago. Because 3 years ago, I heard everything. Thanksgiving. I went to grab a glass of water. Heard voices in the study. My parents, my uncle, they were talking about Miranda marrying Rich. Then came me. She's boring, my dad said. All she does is study. She's not going anywhere. She was talking about tax law at the gala. My mom laughed. Why keep wasting money? My uncle said. She'll end up broke. Wait until she graduates, my dad said. If she passes the bar, we cut her off. If she fails, maybe we help. Maybe. They laughed like they were reading my obituary. I didn't cry. I didn't say anything. I drove back to campus early and went straight to my professor. I want to learn everything about money, trusts, inheritance, wealth protection, all of it. She stared at me, then said, be in my office Monday, 7 a.m. For the next 3 years, I lived like a ghost. Quiet, focused. Everyone thought I was just a regular law student. Meanwhile, I was building. I started consulting for startups, tiny jobs, contracts, legal structure. I didn't charge much. I just wanted equity. Second year, I took a deal. Clean up the mess of a tech startup. 3 guys in a garage. I asked for 2% equity. They agreed. They sold the company 18 months later for $800 million. My cut? $16 million. No one knew. I hid the money under a Delaware LLC, built layers of protection. I even had my own lawyer write a document saying I wanted nothing from my family, just in case they tried to crawl back later. And then they handed me that envelope at dinner. I could have flipped the table. I could have laughed in their faces, but nothing hits harder than silence. I left, went home, and wired a down payment on a penthouse. Cash. 2 weeks later, Miranda emailed me a photo from a family party. Everyone smiling. Champagne glasses raised. Caption, we're not missing you. I didn't reply. A year later, I ran into my parents at a cafe. They saw the watch, the bag, the guy I was meeting, one of my clients, worth $3 billion. They tried to pretend they were proud. I told them I started my own firm. They tried to ask questions. I gave them nothing. Then came the real fun. Quentin called. Your family's broke. The house is going. Miranda and I are divorcing. Just wanted you to know. They're planning to ask you for help. They did. My mom called first. Darling, let's do lunch. I said no. Then came a letter from my dad. He wanted $750,000. I sent back one sentence. You taught me how to survive without you. I took notes. He showed up at my office. Security dragged him out. Claudia ambushed me at a conference. Said my father was sick from stress. I told her bankruptcy was good for the soul. They tried lawyers, emails, friends, guilt. I ignored them all. They disowned me at graduation. So I made sure they'd never be able to claim me again.